Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciara, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with another weekly reading, and so this is going to be covering the dates of May 17th to May 23rd. So again, I'm talking about this particular week of the dates and the energy between the 17th and the 23rd. I was kind of having some questions last time with people kind of be confused. Yes, I post these particular weekly videos a week, usually around that, a couple days before the actual week in question in the video. So again, pay attention to what the dates are that I'm referring to. And if I refer to anything that happened, previous weeks, I make that clear. So just to reiterate, clarify that a little bit, since there was some confusion on my last video about that. So regardless, the event that we have going on in this particular week, from again the 17th to the 23rd, we have the end of Taurus season and we have the beginning of the Gemini season. So happy birthday to all the Geminis out there. Definitely drop a comment, let yourself be known. So in this time frame, we have on the 22nd, which is a Friday, we have the new moon in Gemini. So definitely double check that for your specific location, your time zone, all of that, to make sure that, the new moon is in Gemini where you are, or if it's transitioning from one sign to the next, that everything like that determines, what is right as far as spell work goes in that regard. So I know we have like a couple of retrograde planets right now. I know Jupiter is one. I know Venus is another one. I think there is a third one, but I cannot remember which one it is right now. But in regards to the new moon though, when the new moon, when the moon is in Gemini, it is the best time to work magic for, good communication, change of residence, writing, public relations, and travel. It's also good for healing, any sort of issues with the shoulders, the arms, the hands, or the legs, I believe. And then with this being on a Friday, that energy on a Friday is very feminine. It's ruled by Venus. And so it's good for anything that has to do with lovers and pleasures, affairs of the heart, any kind of magic involving love, peace, beauty, gentleness, women's problems, healing, protection, again, lovers, ease, pleasure, affairs, and again, that energy is feminine. So anything that has to do, especially with communication, either communication between you and a lover right now this is a good time to work that kind of energy. Anything that has to do with communication as far as what it is you're trying to manifest, especially if your work is involved with anything that has to do with something very communicative like writing or speaking, anything where you are communicating a product or a message, this is a good time and a good energy to be working on those kind of manifestations. So with that said, let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles that we have here today. And so for pile 1, we have this Howlite piece here with the Lucio charm. For pile 2, we have a piece of smoky quartz with Muriel, and then for pile 3, we have the Goldstone with the Bee Comb Girl. So definitely take as much time as you need, meditate on the piles. I will also be pulling the charms for this week, and I will see you at your pile selection. But please do remember that these are general readings, so not every card and not every message is going to resonate for you personally. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. No need to let me know how it doesn't resonate. So with that said, let's jump into the readings. For those of you who picked pile 1 with the Howlite and the Lucio charm, we're going to start off by pulling some charms for you for this week of the 17th to the 23rd. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and set these aside so you can get a better look at the charms. So let's see what our additional messages are here. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. So yeah, this is all about, this week could definitely focus a bit on teamwork, on partnership for you guys, the importance of it, how it's furthering along your journey for you personally. There is significance to partnerships. And of course, we're still going through quarantine and COVID and all of that. So again, physical partnerships, physically being around other people is still, advised to stay, 6 feet apart, even though some places around the world, it is getting more lax on those kind of rules and whatnot. But that still means that we all have to still be careful to avoid, again, the second wave that everybody's afraid of. But still, it doesn't mean that you still can't work on those partnerships, is the point I'm saying. You don't need love. You are the love. We are born wise. We are born complete. We also have, you will always live happy if you live with heart. We have grace is kindness, compassion, and caring. Also have, you have an active mind and a keen imagination. So your imagination might be kind of sparked in this week for sure. You will enjoy good health and you will be surrounded by luxury. We also have use your head to live with heart. So there is a bit here that has to do with like planning a little bit better, being strategic. In the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end is you. I also feel like there's an importance here of like, there is a time and a place where you do everything yourself, and then there are other times when it's good for you to ask for help. As far as your letters, we have a D, we have an A, we have an E, and we have a Y, so we definitely have the word day here. Again, if there's anything significant in those particular letters for you, definitely do comment down below and let us know what you see. Let's see what else we have here. So we have the message of hope. For zodiac sign, we have Capricorn coming up, as well as the message of ambitious. So maybe for some of you who are watching, you are a Capricorn. This is confirmation for you. Or maybe you should definitely look in your natal chart to see where you have Capricorn. If you do, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Or again, this is about a week of being, being hopeful and being ambitious about your projects. Because again, we have like the Ace of Wands energy coming through right here. This is the energy of just do it. You need to get it done. You have ideas. You need to find a better balance with things and get some clarity. Maybe also taking some more time to invest in your appearance. Working on doing kind of like a mini makeover of updating your wardrobe somehow. Some of you are very talented. Some of you have a desire for dance. There is some good luck coming to you. I also feel like there's some ancient kind of history coming back up. Maybe ancestors are going to be communicating to you, or again, people from the past might be coming up unusually, like old friendships might be resurfacing in some ways. I think it's interesting that, this is my Halloween costume and we have the dog charm, the little Scotty dog charm here is kind of stuck on it. So it feels like you got to make sure that you're being loyal to who you truly are as a person, because that is how you're going to cultivate the best partnerships for you. Is you need people who are going to accept you for completely who you are as a person. Definitely be thinking about working with ametrine in this week, working on the heart chakra. Definitely, I definitely feel like, again, working on sort of your skincare routine, or again, something to do with like beauty and appearance is going to be important this week, especially the skin. Be paying attention to your skin and give that a little bit more care and attention. Also, again, like your roots, the heart chakra, the connection between the root and the heart chakra, as well as the solar plexus chakra. Your personal power. We also have the passport here, so that's kind of interesting. So again, I feel like this could potentially be like the return of something that you set out for. Maybe you're making plans about travel in this week, or there might be some sort of communication coming through from somebody overseas to you, or again, somebody or a very new foreign concept. That's just what I'm kind of getting here. We also have 2 leaves. So again, there is a bit of change and new growth coming through. Actually, technically you have 3 leaves here. So yeah, interesting. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into your cards as well. So we're going to go ahead and set them up here. So let's see what we have going on for your tarot. So We have, what was I talking about? I kept talking about partnerships. And we have the Two of Cups. We also have, we have the Five of Swords. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. And then for some possible natal chart kind of information to look at. So again, this could be representing maybe in your natal chart what is happening right now, maybe health. Look at your progress chart. Again, I always recommend astro.com. You can put in all your information and look at this, but we have the second house, which has to do with assets, material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, aesthetics. Very interesting. We also have the fourth house with roots, family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. And then we also have the eighth house with intimacy, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic, capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking, and the underworld. That is so crazy. Like, this is so much right here what I pulled in your charms. That is so weird. So clearly you have a lot going on here with your houses in this week. So definitely be looking at your natal chart and check out what is going on in your second house, your fourth, and your eighth house, especially in regards to also your progress chart for this particular week. So again, you can set it to this week, see what's happening. And again, like everything that is coming up keywords wise were things that I was bringing up in your charms. Like again, the wardrobe, the luxuries, you know, the material world kind of idea. And then you have the Four of Pentacles here. So yeah, you definitely need to be keeping an eye on your finances in this particular week. You know, the Four of Pentacles is a card that kind of goes one of two ways, where it's like you're being good and you're conserving your money, you're not overspending, you're saving money. It's like you are having big plans, you have ideas that you want to invest in. You could definitely be wanting to move up in the world, I feel like. So that's why you're saving. You want to move away from like where you currently are. You want to upgrade. So that's why you're investing and you're saving up, because you really want to transform yourself or transform your life from something better. The other side of this is that you could be, you know, for some of you, there could be a warning here of making sure you're not overspending, you're being too frivolous with your assets, and you need to get more grounded with that. The other thing is, for some of you, it could be a situation in this week where it's like, maybe for a while now, you've been hoarding your money way too much. You're not allowing to give yourself a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of luxury. Maybe you're focusing too much on possessions and not enough on, you know, yourself, your energy. There could definitely be maybe something about an inheritance you're trying to protect, or maybe like inheritance you're worried about losing for some of you, that's coming up either in this week or has been coming up recently. I definitely feel like this could also be about real estate. Maybe for some of you, you've been trying to literally physically move from one house or one apartment to another, and it's like there's been issues, especially recently. You know, those plans were put definitely on hold, because you have the Five of Swords here as well. And the Five of Swords is always a complicated kind of energy, because again, it has to do with conflicts and changes. And this is definitely a message that you just need to kind of lay down the sword, I feel like, and just stop the worrying, stop the battle and the fight. And there's always going to be winners and losers in each situation. I feel like there's something that you guys in particular need to let go of, that maybe you're clinging onto too much. Maybe it has something to do with your past. Again, like past things, past family home situations might be coming up. The second house, I think, is Taurus. Don't quote me on that. I want to say it's Taurus. The fourth house is Cancer. The eighth house is Scorpio. So also pay attention to those energies. Again, you have the Two of Cups. You know, the Two of Cups is always about love. It's all about connection. It's about partnerships. Coming together, and especially when you have something like intimacy here. Maybe some of you have issues with intimacy. You definitely need to spend more time doing some self-care. Some of you are getting into certain contracts. I feel like you need to be careful about what contracts you are falling into in this particular week, regardless of what they are. Definitely be working. This is a good week to be working on that Kundalini energy and activating that. You know, the 8th house has a lot to do with taboos. It has to do with death. It has to do with inheritances. So again, all of those might be issues, especially with the family. I'm just going to throw it out here. There could be a situation where maybe, you know, a family member is trying to write up a will or something in this week for some of you. Maybe a family member is passing away or getting close to that. You know, those kind of issues are coming up. For others of you, there could be maybe an issue with, okay, some of you, there might be a stalker or something kind of watching you, or again, somebody just kind of like trying to jeep on your material wealth or something that you're working on, and you need to, you know, keep that kind of close to your chest. There could be somebody like whispering this in your ear, like trying to give you information in order to stir up some drama. I'm also getting that. The other thing that I was getting here is maybe like you have a secret admirer, somebody who has a crush on you, and they're going to make a move, or maybe you're going to make a move on them in this week. So that's just what I'm getting off the cards right now. Let's go ahead and talk about the oracle cards as well. So for in regards to the Gemini new moon, I have for you guys meditate and contemplate with the new moon in Pisces. So again, that Pisces energy is coming up here for you guys in regards to this new moon as well. So definitely be thinking about, again, the subconscious, your imagination, you know, how you let your emotions sort of rule you here. So what this says is, this card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that is what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. So to attune to this particular moon's energy, you know, use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. And that's definitely what I feel with that Five of Swords. It's like, it feels like there's too much on a logical sense that is either being told to you, or that you're kind of thinking in your mind that it's kind of leading to more confusion and more conflict. And you just kind of have to let it go, and you have to follow more with your heart in this week. That's important for you. Other things that this card can represent here is face your fears. They may be holding you back. I also get that. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. So yeah, there is an energy of that. You know, don't be deceptive, but doesn't mean that you go spilling all your guts and your secrets to other people. But also you shouldn't definitely be avoiding being deceived. Obviously with this new moon in Gemini, definitely, you know, spend some time on that day to meditate and to contemplate where it is you're moving next. Again, definitely be contemplating these things that have to do with, again, your assets, with your roots, your family, your lineage, as well as intimacy. How do you approach intimacy, and what do you want, particularly from intimacy? So also we have here, you guys got 2 animal cards for this week. So we have parrotfish with authenticity. You know, parrotfish are really interesting, and it's funny because it's like one of your shells that you had is this one, which kind of makes me think of coral, because I think it is kind of like a, actually this isn't really a coral piece, but the point is it reminded me of coral, and that's what parrotfish eat. They eat the coral, and then literally they poop out the coral, and that's what makes the beautiful white sand beaches that everybody, you know, wants to put in their travel vlogs and TikToks. I'm on TikTok if you guys want to follow me there. But yeah, it's like, I feel like this is about taking something that and completely transforming into something else that is equally as beautiful for you guys. And that is all it has to do with you doing that in an authentic way. You know, there is something beautiful about your authenticity, and you need to show that more to the world. It's also card 22, so the 22 might be significant, 222. And you have the second house as well. We also have, it's really interesting, we have the octopus with intelligence as well. It's funny because you have a lot of watery kind of energy coming through here. So I wonder if maybe you guys have any kind of heavy water placements, or maybe you live by the ocean or something, or maybe you want to move to the ocean. But yeah, with something like the octopus here, which is card 51, with intelligence, octopi are so super intelligent. They are amazingly intelligent creatures. They're very crafty. They're also completely alien. And what I mean by that, literally, their DNA is like nothing else on Earth. If you go and you Google and you read about it, it's mind-boggling, because based on what we know about how evolution should work, the octopus doesn't make any sense, because their DNA has like literally not really changed. I think what it was. It's like it hasn't mutated in the same way that other creatures do. And again, their DNA is completely different from anything else. So it's like there is a theory that literally these are like alien creatures that seeded here from someplace else, which makes a lot of sense, because I mean they are very different and unique than anything else around. But again, extremely smart. So again, you're using your intelligence and your authenticity a lot in this week. You should be. Let's get a little bit deeper into the message of these particular cards. I'm very curious. So again, with the parrotfish, it's saying wear your true colors and own your unique abilities. The brightly colored parrotfish reminds us to celebrate all that we are and to be unafraid of showing our true selves to the world with courage and self-belief. Nearly all parrotfish begin their lives as female before becoming male towards the end of their time, showing us the importance of balance and honoring the duality in our nature. So that's another part of this, is you guys definitely need to balance out your duality between your masculine and your feminine parts. I was also kind of getting the sense with that Two of Cups, for some of you, maybe in this week has something to do a little bit with like same-sex relationships. So some of you might be dealing with that, or maybe dealing with judgments or something from family. I also feel like there is also, for another group of you, just coming more to terms with your own sexuality. Again, what is intimacy to you? What is your sexuality? What do you find desirable? Are you into the taboo? Are you into some kinky shit? It's like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're into tentacles. Hentai. You knew it was going to come up at some point in one of my readings. Anyway, continuing along with this parrotfish. Parrotfish have a unique technique of hiding from predators at night. When they're most vulnerable to attack, they protect themselves by using a naturally constructed mucus cocoon. This cocoon masks their scent from predators that hunt at night. The parrotfish demonstrates the power of courage and energetic protection, showing us that we can still be present and show up in situations that scare us or seem risky, providing that we're prepared. We are prepared, true to ourselves, and able to protect our own energy. As we navigate through the energy waters of life, we can see that in order to lead a life in full color, we often have to hide them from those who wish to bring us harm and steal our light. So definitely don't be letting anybody steal your light in this week. And then we have, of course, the octopus. Let's see what its message is for you guys. So it's not what you know, but how you choose to use it. So the octopus is the mysterious and colorful dancer of the deep. Their elegant movements align us with feelings of serenity and calm. The octopus's ability to change color, alter their shape, camouflage themselves within their environment, and expel ink give them strong defenses against their natural predators. So it's interesting. Both of these are talking about using unique ways of protecting your energy. So yeah, you guys have definitely been under some energetic attacks. And so you need to work better at protecting yourself by using some alternative methods that you haven't tried before. Known for their intelligence, octopi have highly developed problem-solving skills. They have the unique ability to use tools to achieve their goals and can store short and long-term memories. They also have the advantage of being able to swim and escape danger swiftly. These extremely resourceful creatures of the deep encourage us to think laterally, to find a creative solution to our problems. Their 8 legs, complete with suction cup pads, allows for them to grip onto objects as well as to capture and engulf their often slippery prey. The octopi can also sacrifice limbs in order to survive. We can call on this survival technique when we feel threatened. Or in danger by trusting that whatever it is we need to let go of, to do so and to trust in our ability to regenerate and thrive. It is a true sign of intelligence when we forbid others to take all of us, when we choose to walk away and regain our composure and learn something new about ourselves. So, something else I'm picking up is maybe some of you are questioning current partnerships and relationships and realizing what it is you truly need out of your partnerships and reevaluating that, and maybe again kind of ending certain relationships so that you can allow in something that is really going to be truly receptive to you and what you need. The final card that we have here is your destiny card for the week. And it is taking risks. So yeah, it's really important for you guys in this week to be willing to take kind of some risks, to step out of your boundaries a little bit, kind of wave your freak flag. I definitely feel like is important. It goes back to that authenticity that you guys need to address more. Again, using creative problem solving to work out your issues. Again, kind of looking at things from a different viewpoint than normally you would. So with this, when you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even I can't believe this. Even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. So yeah, literally that just reiterates everything that I was already saying. So that is really crazy. So with that said, that is what I'm seeing here for the energy of this particular week for you guys. So, if this resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below. If you'd like to help support the channel in any way, it is official. I have my Patreon completely up and ready with different tiers, different options, different rewards. If you guys are interested in accessing that exclusive content, and previewing things before they come out, all that kind of stuff, that is going to be over my Patreon, Ko-fi, Instagram. I'm always posting new little daily things over there, as well as, again, I'm on TikTok. It's the same username as my Instagram. So if you guys are interested in any of that, those links are down below, as well as information about how to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twins. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the smoky quartz, as well as this particular charm, which is so cute with his chicken. I love it. We're going to go ahead and start by pulling your charms for this particular week. Again, of the 17th to the 23rd. Let's go ahead and see what you guys need to know. All right. So, hopefully I'm not bumping the camera too much. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you guys. Make sure there's nothing hiding right there. So we have a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. So yeah, exactly. You guys are literally the ship. You're not meant to be limiting yourself or limiting your potential by playing it safe anymore. It's like you're meant to do more. You're meant to go out there and explore. Again, we're still dealing with the whole COVID thing, so be smart, be safe, listen to the rules and regulations. Even though things are becoming a little bit more lax in certain places, doesn't mean that you should just blow all that off and not still be safe and courteous to everybody else around you. Because again, we don't want that second wave to happen. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have you'll win success in whatever calling you adapt. So again, I feel like a lot of this week has to do with your own ambition. or maybe not, that's not the right word I'm looking for. It's your motivation. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. This is all to do with your own personal motivation. Like how motivated, how much do you actually want to work to achieve what it is you really want? Like how thirsty are you to actually do the thing? Because I feel like you have the capability, you have the materials, or you have what you need, but it's like the last little piece is the belief that, hey, you can handle it, is just what I'm getting here. Let things come to you. And we also have your greatest happiness is based on the warmth of your heart. So yeah, it's like you can't worry so much about, again, whenever I see that let things come to you, it just goes into that, a lot of people, they seem to get so caught up on, when is this going to happen for me? How is this going to happen for me? It's like, I'm just going to say it. It's like, shut the fuck up and just stop worrying so much about it, because you're only just shooting yourself in the foot. You have to have some trust and, live in accord with what it is you want to manifest, and then just kind of trust and just coast and just like do what you need to do every single day. Focus on the present, focus on the now. Don't be so worried about the future. Definitely don't be focusing on the past, because you can't change the past. That's not to say that you should forget your past and pretend like nothing ever happened back then, or that you're some perfect angel and that you never did anything wrong, or you never had anything wrong happen to you. That's all bullshit. We've all experienced something bad. We've all done something bad in our past at some point. And again, how that is, what that is, varies from person to person based on your perspective of what something is. You know what? You live and you learn. That is the point. You don't keep living in the past. You learn from your past and you take those lessons into your future to make yourself a better person, and that you don't make the same mistakes again. The only way for you not to make the same mistakes again is to, again, learn from your past, realize, oh shit, I fucked up that time in the past, or this person did this to me and these were the red flags. So now I know, so I'm not going to allow myself to get into that same situation again. I feel like you guys are a group who you need that kind of reminder for some of you. So let's also go ahead and see what else we have. We have the letters E, the letter O, A Q, and another O. So, again, if there's something significant, I see a lot of ones right there. I see 1111. We got 10. The number 1 is significant for some of you. Maybe your life path number is a 1. Again, anything that I say that could be like, oh yeah, that's confirmation because that's me. So I obviously picked the right pile for me right now. Again, if it resonates, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But, let me know if there's anything significant or any special words that you see in there. I'm just seeing like a funny emoji face now. Whoa. I don't know. Okay, moving right along. Let me look at your charts here. So yeah, there's definitely some transformation that can be happening for you guys in this week. Yeah, you guys need to embrace more of your shadow self, the mythical, your imagination. There's some stuff from your past that you're kind of reflecting on, or maybe even past lives. Again, taking care of yourself. Some secrets from the past might be coming back up again. For some of you, it could be things that you hid that might come back up to bite you in the ass if you're not smart about it. Definitely a lot here that has to do with the heart and the root chakra. I feel like getting honest is important. Somebody could be offering you a cup. There's definitely a need to kind of take a chance, to take a gamble. The numbers 5 and 3 might be significant there. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you're at the very early stages of a certain new phase of growth, which means that it's like, it's a little bit uncomfortable. There's some growing pains involved, but it's like, you got to get wiser. You got to keep pushing through and keep growing and don't stop. There could be a little bit of good luck coming in, maybe some new love. For some of you, I mean, maybe just, I guess, maybe like one of you. I'm really not getting too much as far as love in this particular group, but more so about self-transformation. some new possibilities, seeing things from a new and higher perspective, not letting the things that anchored you in the past keep holding you back. I feel like this is I'm just getting this week that it's a call to kind of rise up and grow up a little bit, glow up, anything like that. It's like, it's time to take responsibility. It's just what I keep getting off the charms here. So, it's interesting. We have the airplane and we have the passport. Again, I'm not saying, and I'm not advocating for you to go out and travel unless you have to, but it's like that kind of energy is coming up. So again, this could have to do with some sort of connection to a foreign place. Foreign music is what's coming to mind as well. So I don't know how that resonates. There's something foreign here. Again, you can't. It's one thing to play pretend. It's a whole nother thing to actually make that your reality. I feel like some of you maybe have a tendency to be very wishful and to kind of live in, I'm just going to say it, don't shoot the messenger, in La La Land a lot. Like, you keep dreaming about these things. You want to be kind of like the Cinderella princess, but it's like, if you want that to happen, you got to be your own goddamn fairy godmother and fucking wave your own magic wand and make that shit happen. You can't expect somebody else to come in and rescue you when it's like, it starts with you. If that makes any sense. I know this is feeling kind of like a tough love message for this particular group for whatever reason, but that's just what's coming through to me from the charms. So let's go ahead and start diving into your cards for this particular week. So as far as your oracle, or not your oracle cards, your tarot cards, we have the 9 of Wands. We have the Chariot. Interesting. And it's a carriage. I was talking about Cinderella. That's so funny. And we have the 3 of Swords. So, for your source of natal chart information. So again, check out these placements in your natal chart or in your progress chart. Look at astro.com. It's the best one out there that I have found, most accurate. To check out these placements, you can put all your own information in. So we have sextile with opportunity. So collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. We also have Venus with love. Beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. Venus in your natal chart has a lot to do with how you love. We also have Aquarius with the innovator. So experimental, rational, unique, liberal, eclectic, electric. Group-oriented, humanitarian, free radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, detached. So maybe some of you are an Aquarius, or maybe your Aquarius is in Venus, which would describe that you probably have a very unorthodox, a very eccentric way of showing love. You're very free and open, but you don't like to be tied down. You're not going to like traditional ways and approaches of romance. Or maybe there's some sort of sextile happening in something to do with Aquarius or something to do with your Venus. But again, it was kind of interesting because it's like I brought up a little bit of love in your charms, but it's like I felt like there was something kind of weird happening there. It could be maybe some of you are going through a little bit of heartbreak, or maybe some of you are like having doubts about if there is romance for you out there, and you're kind of dwelling maybe too much on the past, and it's like, or maybe you have too much of a sort of wall put up against that. There's definitely a need here to kind of break free, to again balance your polarity so that you can move into success. I feel like some of you need to work more on thinking more humanitarian, and again, kind of more for the wider group of people than necessarily just your own self-interest, especially when it comes to love. I feel like some of you who picked this particular pie, you might be binge watching right now, like love pick-a-cards on YouTube or thinking way too much about, how is this person feeling about me, or, who's my future spouse, and like all this stuff, where it's like, really, you need to focus a little bit more right now on kind of your own energy, how you can better balance yourself, how you can think more about the group mindset of sort of humanity and doing something more for that wider audience. There's something to communicate there. There's some doors that you need to open and some opportunities you need to step through, and you need to do it with a lot of vigor and a lot of confidence. You definitely need to be aware of allowing yourself to, again, fall into the same past patterns where some of you might have gotten into relationships where it's like you kept going into the same kind of relationship, or you kept going back to an ex. You need to build up some better boundaries with those kind of people or with yourself. It's like, sorry there, my camera cut out. But yeah, just what I was getting there is like, boundaries are important, but again, for some of you, it's like making sure that you're not having too many boundaries up where it's like you can't let anybody in. It's like you got to find a balance here. So let's go ahead and talk more about your oracle cards. So as far as what this Gemini new moon could be bringing you, or what you need to work on, we have the blue moon here with believe in the impossible. So this year, the blue moon is happening in October, which in October, we have a very unique thing happening where we have 2 full moons in this year's October, one of which, the second one, which happens on Halloween, is going to be a blue moon. So that is pretty crazy. We have that event actually happening. So again, maybe something you're working on in this particular week might come back up again in October. Potentially. So again, think about the kind of energy that you are working towards or that you are manifesting for yourself. But again, this message here is to believe in the impossible. So it's like, again, with the energy of Aquarius coming here and that Chariot energy, it's like, yeah, if you could believe it and you can focus your energy on the right things, you can achieve the impossible. I just feel like right now there's something kind of weird happening with this particular group, with whoever it is who picked this group, like a couple of you with your energy, where it's like your focus is a little skewed off what it needs to be. Like there's something a little bit off about it. There almost feels like there's way too much going on for some of you in your mind, where it's like you're kind of spread too thin and you need to get the focus back. It's funny because it's like we have horses in the Chariot and you guys had the horse charm. So anyway, with the blue moon, as the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance, that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important for you to believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Exactly. That's just like kind of energy that I'm getting overall with this particular group. It's like, if you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about or for can never go in your favor, then that is exactly what you're going to get. You have to believe in it, and you need to cultivate it and put your energy towards it and be like, fuck yeah, this is going to happen for me because I deserve this and it's what's meant for me. Then guess what? You'll get it. And don't pass up the opportunities that come along, even if they're difficult or that they make you uncomfortable. It's like, if it's an opportunity to bring you closer to that door, then welcome it and step through. So to attune to this particular energy, believe that you are lucky. And I even had a charm in your thing where it's like, yeah, lucky, wish on a lucky star. We have other meanings of this card is miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. So that's pretty interesting. For your animal card for this week, we have the hummingbird with joy. So yeah, some of you need to work on cultivating a little bit more joy and a little bit more fun into your daily life. You got to come from this energy of joyfulness. If you can, then that's going to just set you up for more success. If you can just from initial idea approach the situation with joy, that is going to do so much more for you in the long run than sort of starting it off in a pessimistic, like, oh geez, like, I don't know if I can handle this, or oh geez, am I going to get heartbroken again? It's like, you're just setting yourself up for failure by doing that. So again, with this card, it's saying, the smallest things in life offer the biggest spectrum of light. The tiny yet energetic hummingbird reminds us to find joy in every moment and to taste the sweet nectar of life with gratitude. The hummingbird has the amazing ability to beat its wings up to 50 times per second, creating a beautiful humming vibration. The smallest birds the hummingbird feeds on nectar from flowering plants, traveling from flower to flower, seeking out the sweetest and most abundant sources of this sweet liquid. They have an incredible fast metabolism to process all that sugar and can voluntarily enter a mini hibernation to conserve energy if food is scarce. The hummingbird urges us to stop wasting energy on things, ideas, dramas, or beliefs that are not for our highest good, and instead ask us to look to what we already have in our lives to feel grateful for. Their colorful and iridescent plumage reminds us to see the beauty in full range of fulfillment in the smallest things, and to see whenever we shine a light on the things we love, we are gifted with the full spectrum and sensory delight it has to offer us as a reward for our fullest attention. We all know the saying that the best things in life are free, and the hummingbird teaches us this truth and also adds that the smallest things can often provide the biggest reward. So again, I feel like this is a huge message of, again, not letting any little opportunity pass you by, especially if it can bring you joy. And again, it's like you have to approach it and be grateful for everything that you have, and not to be coming from a place where you're wasting all of your energy on stupid bullshit that doesn't even matter right now or is not good for you, because it's just all it's holding you back because you're focusing too much on it instead of welcoming new insights. So the final oh my god, it's pretty crazy. The next card we have here for your destiny for the week, we have openness, and we literally have the full moon appearing there again. So yeah, pay attention to the full moon. We have constellations here. I'm trying to think if Aquarius is right there or not. Don't think so. But yeah, it's like, take some time to look up at the stars, look out at night. But yeah, you got to have more openness to the unexpected, to the unusual, of seeing things in a new light, releasing whatever, again, I'm just going to call it bullshit that you're kind of focusing all your attention on, instead of little things. There's like little solutions and insight and messages that are coming through to you, but you're like missing it completely because you're too focused on something else. And it's so crazy because we have all these stars in the Aquarius, and the Aquarius is the star card, and we literally have like more than one charm in your mix that has the image of the star on it. So it's like, yeah, that star energy is coming through for you for sure. So this card is all about the secrets of the moon. And again, it's saying for you guys, when you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still. Do nothing. Be open. Breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Again, I feel like some of you are, while it's like, obviously I'm doing a pick a card and I do these on YouTube and it's a lot of fun, I feel like a lot of times some people can abuse this kind of thing too much because they either watch it too much or they focus kind of on the messages in a wrong way, because again, these are like a collective message. Therefore, so many people, your message might only be like one of these cards, or it could be all of these cards. Like, you have to, I feel what it comes down to is, it's like the people, some of these people who watch these, And again, if you recognize this in yourself, this is what this message is about. It's like you don't trust your own intuition enough, so you're trying to rely on somebody else's intuition to try to validate your ego in a way, because you don't trust yourself enough and you don't trust your intuition. You're not listening and kind of, again, breathing, being still, letting the signs and synchronicities come to you. And especially for some of you, you don't like that because the signs and the synchronicities and the messages you were receiving on your own, they make you uncomfortable because it's not. Sorry again, guys. The camera decided to cut out yet again. I need to update some things. But what I was getting at is like the signs and the messages that you are receiving on your own, they make you uncomfortable because they're not what you want to hear, because they're difficult, because they're challenging, because they are going against what you think you want, not really what you truly need, if that makes sense. So anyway, going back to this card, relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds, rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. So yeah, this is a huge message that what is coming at you, that what is going to manifest for you, it's not going to be exactly what you imagine it to be, which is a good thing. It's going to be even better than what you think it will. I just saw 111. So it's like, be more open, be more receptive. The universe is not going to fuck you over. If you trust and you believe and you live in accord with what it is you are aiming for, but you have enough openness and enough flexibility to be like, yeah, this is what I would like. And it's like, these things, these aspects are important to me. But if the universe decides to bring me somebody who matches those aspects, but maybe doesn't look like what I expect, or maybe they aren't from the same culture that I expected them to be, or, yada, yada, yada. Like any number of fucking combinations here could be the possibility where it's like, you gotta just let go of the expectation and just be open to whatever comes in. Because if you're just open and you don't have, you have certain expectations, and you should definitely never lower your standards. But if you're like, you know what, I'm willing to give this a shot and I'm willing to give this a try because you know what? It has this, this, and this that I like. Sure, these other things are not what I was expected, but you know what? I'm willing to experiment. I'm willing to, brave the frontier. I'm willing to, be a rebel and go into the eccentric and try out crazy things and see where it takes me, what opportunity it gives me. That is the exciting things. I feel like for a lot of you who pick this particular path, you need to embrace more of that Aquarius energy in your life if you're not already an Aquarius. If your sun sign is Aquarius, maybe you have some sort of bad aspect to whatever is Aquarius in your chart where it's kind of blocking this energy or it's challenging this energy. So like a weird conjunction or an opposition or whatnot, or a square. Any of those kind of things could cause issues and can cause blockages and challenges. Doesn't mean you can't overcome them, though. All right, that's a big message here. It's like just because you perceive something as an obstacle, as a problem, doesn't mean that you can't overcome it. In fact, what was that one message? A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. That is not what you're built for. Stop playing it safe. Stop. Just stop it. You know what I'm saying. Whatever it is, even if I don't specifically say the specific message that you're expecting me to say, you know deep down inside what it is that you need to change and what you need to let go of so that you can move forward. You know exactly what it is that's blocking your manifestations from happening. So stop bullshitting yourself and fix that shit. Sorry. Tough love message for Kyle too. Here, look at the cute boy with the chicken. This will make you happy again. Maybe. All right. And it's funny because you guys picked the group that had smoky quartz, and this is all about clearance and rejuvenation. In fact, you know what? Since I have the book right here, and give me a moment. Give me a moment. Because I will tell you exactly what smoky quartz is good for. If I can find it in my book here. I need to clean this up and make a better book with all my crystals in it. All right, smoky quartz. Here you guys go. Earth, base, and chakras. So, it's the earth chakra as well as the base chakra. So again, this is all about the root kind of area, the earth chakra. It's a good stone for inducing and helping others, cross to the other world. It's very grounding. It's very cleansing. It's a protection stone. It blocks geopathic stress. It absorbs electromagnetic smog. It's a detoxification stone. It brings positive vibration. It helps you to leave behind what doesn't serve you anymore. This makes so much sense that you guys would want to pick this stone. This is exactly what you guys need. It's an antidote to stress. It helps to, tolerate difficult times, acceptance of the physical body and sexual nature. It helps you to letting go, surrendering, balancing, opening the heart, amplifying other stones around it, achieving higher states of consciousness. It's also an antidepressant. So if you guys have been feeling depressed, this is also another good stone. So again, those are just a couple of the things that this stone is really, really beneficial for helping with. And it makes so much sense that you guys were even attracted to this stone to pick this pile. Makes total sense. It's just another weird thing that resonates with the messages here. So with that said, that is everything that I'm seeing here in this particular pile. So if this resonated, you are a beautiful soul. You just have some work to do, and you need to work through it for yourself and for your betterment, but you got this, especially if you're aware of it and you can identify what it is for you. And, if you would like to help support this channel in any way, please do feel free to follow me on my Instagram. I'm always doing additional little messages and artwork over there. I also have TikTok, same username. Also additional messages and things happening over there. I have my Amazon wishlist in the description, my Patreon, which is up and running. So if you guys would like to become a patron and get even more content, that's another place, as well as, Ko-fi for one-time donations. And if you ever like to book a private reading, that info is also in the description. Everything you need is in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you who went ahead and picked pile 3 with the very sparkly goldstone piece here, as well as this particular charm, we're going to go ahead and start off by jumping into your charms for the week. So let's see, what does pile 3's for 17th to the 23rd need to know? You guys need to know. All right. So see what we got going on here. So we have so pile 2 also got this one. So a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. So again, you have what you need to achieve what you do. It's just a matter of your belief and your motivation to do it and take that leap of faith. You will win success at whatever calling you adapt. I think pile 2 also got that same message. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. You need to relax and trust a little bit more. Whenever I see this one this way upright, it says learn Chinese. So obviously maybe some of you, it would be of interest to learn a foreign language, be working on that. Numbers are 50, 47, 22, 1, 35, and 20. The other message is cooking is easy. Doing dishes is the hard part. So yeah, putting in that work, that extra mile here. Express your talents in art and music. So maybe this has a lot to do in this week with your own creative expression, and you need to spend more time in that. Sell your ideas. They are totally accepted. Yeah, I definitely feel like this strongly has to do with belief in your abilities and in your vision. We also have what belongs to you shall come to you. Yeah, you need to believe more in your talents and kind of put them out there for other people to view. Don't be so worried about the criticism. We have a blank here. We have R, we have V, we have an E, we have an A, and we have, oh my fucking God. I can't believe it. I was like, you know what? If we have this word in here, I'm going to fucking, we have the word art. So let's see what else. Got rat, vat. Interesting. So again, if there's any sort of significant words or letters or any significance to them that you guys see that I'm not, definitely do comment them down below. So I think it's interesting, again, like the whole art idea is coming up yet again. So it's like, yeah, there's some major significance there. I also see 1111. I also see 44. And especially with how this particular charm right here looks with the glasses, it's like it has that gem kind of sticking out of like the lens. So yeah, I feel like you guys have a very, very unique eye. You have a very cool vision. I feel like some of you might even be connecting with some of your own special psychic gifts that you weren't engaging in before. You have something inside of you that wants to come out and express itself. You want to express yourself in a physical way. You want to express yourself in a creative way. It's like just this really deep desire for expression that goes down into your roots, but you're fearing expressing this because you're afraid of your security or your stability being jeopardized. Maybe for some of you, you might be a little bit younger, or maybe you're relying on somebody else, or it's like you're afraid of their judgments. And it's like you need to get clear. You need to communicate what it is you desire, because that's how you're going to be able to feel whole and complete. How you're going to be able to integrate both your shadow and your light side with each other. I saw 4 and I saw 6 here and 2. So it's like, it's also, taking a gamble, rolling 3 and 5, rolling the dice and seeing what happens, because you have the capabilities, but it's just a matter of the belief. Somebody might even offer you, give you an offer of something. Somebody could maybe even fall in love with you because of what you're able to express through your movement, through your creativity. We also have these ballet slippers, so maybe some of you are interested in that as well. We have the bicycling. I mean, you could be creative and expressive in anything, but I feel like there's just a need for you to do that more. Wishes coming true. Celebration, because you're finally embracing who it is you're supposed to be. That's going to make your heart wide open. I definitely feel like the need of adaptability. You can adapt to any situation, and you can take that journey and really expand more if you just believe in yourself a little bit. Now, this is my Halloween costume, and the shell that's kind of attached with this is one that I'm taking as like your ancestors, your past. It's like past life energy. Your ancestors might be, and your guides might be facilitating this to try to help you, because they know destiny wise what it is you're supposed to go after. And it's like you're already thinking about this thing. You're so close to achieving it, and you're kind of dabbling in it already. Oh, I see. Right. I don't know. Don't make me spell. But anyway, it's like you're so close to achieve that. It's just a matter of that confidence. You guys need more confidence in yourself to do it. Part of that is also just spending more time to work on your body. People, body positivity is, great and all that, but there's a difference between body positivity and actually having a healthy body. Okay, I'm just going to say that. If you're not actually making healthy choices and you're not trying to maintain your body and make it better just for yourself, then that's not positive. That's just you. I'm just going to say that's just you being lazy and giving up on yourself. It's like you can have any kind of beautifully shaped body. But if it's not a healthy body, that is not a healthy body. Or it was a happy body. I don't remember. Was it Private Resort is the movie? I'm not. That's something else entirely. Let me focus on what my message is here. God damn it. That's just not a happy body. Anyway, it's like you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So again, balanced diet. Any kind of exercise, whether it's just like taking a walk every day, it's cycling every day, it's lifting weights, whatever it is, it's like you don't have to be a hardcore bodybuilder to be healthy, to do exercise. It's like that is just a good thing, not only for your body, but also for your mental health as well. It's more, the idea of body positivity should go beyond just the body. It should also go to the positivity of your emotional health as well as your mental health, which again, I think are things that a lot of people are not always paying enough attention to, and they all go hand in hand. Everything is a cog or a mechanism that is part of just the greater whole. It starts with the body, It goes to the emotions, it goes to your mental health, and then it goes to your spiritual health. They're all working in tandem with each other to create the whole. So it's like if one cog is broken or needs to be greased, it's going to slow down everything else. If you're trying to raise your vibration, if you're trying to get to higher states for yourself, guess what? If your body isn't there, then nothing else is going to get there either. It starts from, like the ideas, if you study the chakras, it's kind of like following that level, because it starts with the base. It starts with the roots, which is all about the material. It's about the ground. It's about the earth. It is the body. The body is the earth. I don't know where I'm going on this tangent, but hopefully it makes sense. Okay, let's move on. I don't know what that was. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at your cards. And you're a group who got a couple extra cards. So talking about the tarot first and foremost, we have the Five of Cups here. Yeah, you guys are feeling lackluster. Like, I feel like you're kind of, I'm just going to say, you're pissing your potential down the drain because you're not cultivating it enough, is what I'm getting here. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. See, there's that grounded earthiness, putting in the hard work, taking it step by step. It's not all going to happen overnight. And then we have the King of Wands too. So you have two potential people here that you're dealing with in this week as well. Somebody could be earth sign, somebody could be a fire sign. Looking at a natal chart information for this particular week. So again, check out your natal chart, check out your progress chart on astro.com. You can it's really easy to use. Just check it out. But we have Uranus with revolution, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, lightning. Uranus rules Aquarius, so this is Aquarius energy coming through. Very kind of similar to group 2 in some ways. We also have the 7th house with relating. So this is this house is ruled by Libra. It has a lot to do with partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. So yeah, this is a house that you definitely look at as far as like marriage and relationships. This is one of those houses. But again, it all just depends on each individual person's chart. We also have semi-sextile with allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hopes to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. See, all of this is kind of already resonating with what I was getting off your charms. And then we have Aries with the radical. So active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, competitive. So maybe for some of you, you are literally dealing with an Aries in your life. Because again, we have the King of Wands and then we the Aries, but I'm also really feeling like that is like the energy, these keywords and this energy and the King of Wands is kind of what you need to take, especially with what it is that you're trying to cultivate. I feel like some of you are really, you have been brainstorming, you have innovative ideas, you are awakening, and you're being highly encouraged to do this awakening. But the problem is trying to get out of that 5 of Cups and into this. And the way to do that is by putting in the hard work, staying grounded, you got this fire energy coming in and you got some air energy. So you definitely need to ground that with that earth. But yeah, you have to be self-starting now. You can't be afraid of the challenges or again, the ratings or the criticism or what anybody fucking is trying to say. It's like some people, I'm just going to say, just need to shut the fuck up and get off the internet and with their hateful comments and dumb opinions. Honestly, like, I'm just going to say it. Some people, everybody has their freedom of speech and they're going to exercise it. But you know what? It goes both ways. I have my freedom of speech. I have my own platforms. If I don't want to see it, then guess what? I don't have to see it. And you can go take it somewhere else because that is part of my freedom and that's part of your freedom. Okay? That's just how it goes. I think a lot of people forget that, you know what? This communication thing, It goes both ways. Partnerships, it goes both ways. Oppositions, it goes across. Just sharing things, this social awareness, this communication, it's like this technology, it goes both ways. Just because you think that you can go ahead and say whatever the fuck you want doesn't mean that I can't just make a decision to block that shit, I'm just saying. That's sort of part of what you gotta be like when it comes to sharing what it is you want to express, especially if you're doing something creative in nature or something spiritual in nature. It's like you want to start and cultivate your business, your career, whatever it is, you want to allow it to happen. You want to see it thrive. You want to see it grow. Well, you can't let anything hold you back. You got to tap into that boss bitch energy and not let anything hold you back. You have to be daring and you have to be willing to compete. You also have to be willing to believe in yourself. You also have to be willing to work with other people, but doesn't mean that you have to lower your standards or you have to deal with somebody's negative bullshit. Nobody has to deal with anybody's negative bullshit in this world that we're in now. That's what I think more and more people are realizing is just because you're a native Nancy and you want to spout off your bullshit, guess what? I don't have to listen to it. I can block that shit. I can move away from it because I know my self-worth. And if you don't know your self-worth and that's why you're bitching so much, well, that's your problem that you need to work out. And I don't have to take that on for you. Okay? Let's just say that. So again, take on that boss energy and work on that this week so that you can get to what it is you want. So that you can relate better to the people who really are meant to be relating to you. To find that equilibrium. To find, again, some people, that keyword there, social awareness. Some people don't have enough social awareness at all. It's really funny. I mean, it's like, just because I'm using a lot of different things that are coming through, different messages, things I've seen. It's like, just because you think you're giving constructive criticism, guess what? Actually double check to know that you understand what constructive criticism is, because and these are things, part of why I'm saying this is I really feel like you guys have a vision, you have a really good idea, and you really want to bring it out there, and you really want to show it, and you really want to step out and be kind of revolutionary and, get onto the edge there and try to push things and show your originality. But a big part of it is like when you've started to do that in the past, I feel like you've had people shit all over you, and it's like, and I'm just going to say it, in a lot of ways, you allowed it to happen. Instead of standing up and taking charge and, you kind of let because even with the Aries energy here, even though it's talking about like bossy, fierce, assertive, the other thing, and on a mission, the other thing it brings up is innocent, impulsive. The problem, I don't want to call it a problem. The thing about Aries energy is that while it has all of this excitement and this driving force to it, it also has a lot of naivety to it because it is so new. It's so exciting. It's so, let me experience everything. So the minute it comes in contact with something, when this Aries energy has not matured yet, when it comes into something that is in opposition to it, it's going to either throw a fit or it's going to back down and feel bad because I did something wrong, because I'm so new to this, I don't know the rules, but there are no rules in this situation. You make your own rules. I hope this is making sense. True, you guys who picked this pile, like, there's a lot of different things coming through here, but I feel like the important things is like, you got to stand up for yourself. Doesn't mean you have to be a bitch, but you can also be a boss, and you can take charge, and you can tell people what you are going to allow into your circle. You determine what bullshit you let in. Okay. So again, if somebody's trying to be a negative Nancy and trying to shit on your parade because you're doing something and it makes them uncomfortable, again, the problem isn't you. The problem is them and their insecurity with what you're doing. I see this so much all over the place, and it happens it just happens everywhere. It happens everywhere in the world. There's something, it's like maybe your hair is totally different from everybody else and you're going to get picked on because of that. Or you want to draw a certain thing and it's going to make people uncomfortable. You want to express your spirituality and other people of a different spirituality or a different religious faith are going to throw a fit because you're supposed to follow their religion, right? It's like, no. We all have free will and we all have a choice. We all have our freedom to speak our minds and express ourselves. And you know what? So do they. But it doesn't mean that you allow them to affect you or make you feel bad for what it is you've chosen. Okay? Because you've made your choice. They've made theirs. There is no right or wrong answers. It's only what's right and what's wrong for you personally. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the new moon energy. What you need to know for this new moon in Gemini. It's so crazy. We keep getting this Libra energy for you guys is coming up a lot. So I don't know if some of you are Libras or you're working with a lot of Libra energy, but we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And then we have, look at that, new moon in Scorpio with work through your fears. So this is what you definitely need. And it's funny because we have 2 new moon cycles right here. This is what you need to work on for this new moon. So yeah, it's like you have that 7th house relating. So yeah, there could be potentially a new romantic cycle beginning for you guys. It's really important for you to be confident in it. And also to, again, not let other people try to make you feel bad because you are attracted to a certain person or you decide to date a certain person and they don't agree with it. It's like, you know what? If the love is real, if the connection is real, then nothing is going to stand in its way and you both are going to play, equal parts in the partnership or the friendship or whatever it is. There has to be balance and there has to be justice. But again, a huge part of how you get to that is for you guys to work through your fears. So let's talk a little bit more about these. So with the new moon in Libra, it says, give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. If anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. So yeah, avoid selfishness. That came up with the Aries energy. Also, again, that keyword relating has come up twice now. So to attune to this, reach out to someone and let them know you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. Very interesting. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. And then we have the Scorpio energy. And these are successive cards right here. We go from Libra to Scorpio. So that might be significant for some of you. But work through the fears. So this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that is rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That is what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It most certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It could also herald the start of a sexier time, aka more sex. If you've been experiencing something of a drought lately. And emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit, and deep in other ways. So when this card comes up, there is nothing superficial about what is coming your way. So how to attune to this? Have some sexy time. Get out there, let your freak flag fly, dress up, go... be safe. Again, we still have COVID happening right now, but when that shit is over, a lot of people are going to get freaky and get in partnerships. Just saying. Anyway, additional meanings of this card. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. So, moving into your animal cards for the week, because you guys got 2 here. Interesting. Oh, wow. So we have card 10 and card 62. So we have the shark with instinct. You got to follow your instincts more, your instincts. And we have the swan with harmony. You know, harmony is very much going into that Libra energy as well. So let's go ahead and talk about these. So with the shark, take charge and move with conviction. Goes back to that Aries energy and that King of Wands. Even the Knight of Pentacles does that. He moves with conviction. Granted, he moves the slowest out of the knights, but he knows where he's fucking going, and he has his method to getting there. So, sharks rule the ocean. They use their primal instincts and intuitive connection with their natural environment to autonomously survive and remain at the top of the food chain. It is well known that sharks have a keen sense of smell and can detect blood in the water from a long distance away. This ability allows them to find an easy meal in the form of an injured creature without the need for exerting energy through hunting and chasing prey. Using their natural instincts and abilities this way, sharks can utilize ease and flow in their lives by always choosing the fastest and most direct route to reaching what it is they desire. Urging you to trust yourself, go with your gut, and boldly take action based on your true instincts and higher inner wisdom. The shark is a symbol of survival, clear perception, and trusting your internal guidance. They teach us that just because we can't see something, it doesn't necessarily mean it isn't there. Humans are born with tools and dominant senses that help us to get where we need to be in our lives, and sharks teach us to really hone in on the senses that ask for an element of trust or surrender. The shark asks us, how do we feel? What is our body telling us? When we close our eyes and choose stillness in the dark, where do we feel guided to go? And will we choose to go there with conviction? Shark teaches us that surrendering to the unknown path ahead allows us to rely on our innate gifts, trusting your body and spirit to lead you along your easiest and best pathway to find what it is you seek. So again, having that inner trust. And then, of course, we have the swan, which is one of the last cards on the deck. So harmony is found when we are mirrored with the things we love about ourselves. Swans form monogamous bonds with a mate, whom they usually stay with for life, showing us the benefit of healing our relationships in order to make them harmonious and long-lasting. During courtship, they are often seen in the iconic head-to-head posture, as well as bill dipping. They also fiercely protect their eggs and babies, reminding us to keep loved ones sacred and safe. Swans are a symbol of pure love, grace, and harmony. They show us that others can mirror to us exactly what it is we wish to show ourselves in both light and the dark. The swan conducts itself with poise and elegance, sending us the gentle reminder that harmony is not something that needs to be thought about, spoken about, or explained. It simply needs to be felt. In the Hindu culture, the swan is associated with saintly persons, to be in the world without being attached to it. The swan has a long neck and heavy body, which can be symbolic of staying grounded and down to earth, whilst finding peace and knowing there is more out there for us to explore and see by simply changing our perspective and looking up and out from our natural day-to-day survival style instincts. As most species of swans are white, we can draw associations to this color of purity, peace, and clear intentions, whilst the black swan shows our deepest and darkest desires to have our external circumstances match that of our internal ones. Very interesting. And then for your destiny card for this particular week, it makes so much fucking sense what we have, because we have leadership, which is totally that King of Wands energy coming through for you guys again. So yeah, you need to take charge and be a leader in your own life. Again, not giving up. This has to do with the North Star. So just as a North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, steward, guardian, and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you've been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. So yeah, exactly. You guys totally need to step out and let your light be shown. You need to grow. You need to shine. You need to be a surprise. You need to surprise yourself. You need to awaken. That is definitely your energy for this week. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about this. If you'd like to help support the channel in any way, there's going to be various links in the description to Patreon, to Ko-fi, to Instagram, to everything. So if you'd also like to book a private reading with me or my Pisces twin, that info is also down there. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.